Super One Running with your family. If you want to stream on highschoolfreerunning.com, if you want to swim, again, that's highschoolfreerunning.com. Also, remind you, if you are not in the pool, please make sure that you have your mask on. While you're on the pool, make sure you have it as well. Over your mouth and nose.
And welcome inside the Aquatic Center at Dixie State University, the 2021 Senior State Swim Meet. Dusty Lister, Paul Larson with you. Paul, gonna have a fun day beginning with prelims. We started yesterday with the mile. We're not starting with the mile today.
No, we'll be picking up where we left last night. We had the 400-yard medley relay. Today's first event is the women's 200-yard medley relay. So we have the 200-yard medley relay this morning to start with, and then we will go into our events. We have a great slate of events for today, followed at noon by the men's session, and then our finals tonight will be at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. for finals. The relays, of course, this morning are just time finals, but then tonight we will have a bonus heat followed by the consolation final and our championship final. So championship finals beginning at 6:30 tonight.
And again, the men's and women's broken up for COVID restriction. You'll also be hearing me doing the PA as I step aside.
The women's 200-yard medley relay, heat 1. In lane 2, Piranha Swimming. In lane 3, Layton Surfers. Lane 4, Wasatch Swim Club. Lane 5, Layton Surfers. Lane 6, South Davis Aquatic Team. And in lane 7, West Valley Aquatics.
So looking in the middle of the pool in lane 4, that's Emma Lay. Down just above her in lane 3, Summer Nelson. And it's actually lane 6 coming in first, and that is South Davis. And that was a nice split there by Reese Allen as Malin Howe now comes into the pool. But again, lane 3, that is Sarah Nelson. We saw Sarah last night as well. It should be going into Lauren Hall, who's up on the block ready to go in and come in on the butterfly, but it's still holding in lane 6. Malin Howe on this B relay for South Davis.
Timers, please make sure you get your...
So Howe comes in, Leah Merrill now into the pool for South Davis. There's going to be a battle lane 6 and lane 3, but it's Leah Merrill in the pool right now, and in lane 3, Lauren Hall is coming in now on the anchor portion. Sarah Spangenberg in lane 6 for South Davis, and Chloe Rasbin in lane 3. Rasbin gonna have to get some work done here in the last 25 as she's trying to close it in, but it looks like it's going to be lane 6 and Sarah Spangenberg.
Yes. Very close there. We're working on the clock for you.
So it is South Davis coming in, taking that heave. We'll get those times out.
Swimmers, please exit toward lane 8. Make sure you have your masks on. Swimmers, please exit toward lane 8 and please put your mask back on.
So it sounds like we're having some issues with the starter too, but we had some issues back in December when we were here. It was, there we go. Clock now rolling.
Yep.
Can you have a meet without technology? That's really the question. I can have a day without it, but I don't know how you have a meet without it.
That was our first of 4 heats that we're planning on in this relay event.
Swimmers, please remember to exit past lane 8. Enter by lane 1, exit past lane 8. Madam Referee, the pool is yours. Heat 2. In lane 1, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 2, Southern Utah Swimming. Lane 3, Lewis Aquatics. Lane 4, Wasatch Front Fish Market. Lane 5, Concord Heights. Lane 6, Park City Swimming. Lane 7, Cedar Swim Club. Lane 8, Lehigh Aquatics.
And out to the early lead, it's lanes 2 and 3, followed by lane 8. In lane 3, that's Olympus Aquatics, Lauren Greenwell, and Seuss's Kenny Messenger, and lane 8 was Maya Lauder for Lehigh.
Still lanes 2 and lane 3, now lane 5 getting into it as well here in the breaststroke. In lane 5, that is Macy Cragen, the Leighton Surfers. And lane 2, or pardon me, yeah, lane 2, that is Olivia Jenkins. There'll be Kella Hansen ready to come in. But it's lane 3 and lane 5. A nice finish there by Cragen as Bailey Harris now comes. That is Audrey Bradley now in the pool of lane 5. I will not be looking at lane or the first heat sheet. Is in lane 3, that is Malia Matsumori. She had that great split last night. She's got some proud grandparents, Doug and Michi, watching today. Back home is Matsumori, another strong butterfly. Split there is coming into the pool now is Olivia Cowan.
Nice split for Matsumori, 27.44, the fastest of all our butterfly splits in that heat.
We saw Cowan come in last night as well on that 400. And once again, it'll be Olympus Aquatics coming in first in their heat at the 156.56. Sousa behind them at 157.93.
And then lane 8 in third place in the heat with the 158.01. That's Lehigh.
Swimmers, please exit toward lane 8. Make sure you have your masks on. Swimmers, please exit toward lane 8. Please have your masks on. As the swimmers come to the blocks, please make sure you keep your mask on as you get there. Thank you. Heat 3. In lane 1, Race 20. Lane 2, Cedar Food Club. Lane 3, Hilltop Aquatic Team. Lane 4, Boston Food Club. Lane 5, Hilltop. Lane 6, Lehigh. Lane 7, Kearns. And lane 8, Cache Valley Marlins.
In the center of the pool, that's lane 4, Wasatch Swim Club's Trevi Ogilvy. Lane 1 is at the top of your screen, lane 8 at the bottom.
How about lane 3 coming in strong? Callie Anderson from Hilltop. Nice split here from Callie. It was to be Lily Hyde will be coming in on the butterfly. But how about lane 8 as well coming on strong? Jenna Gibbons from Cache Valley. As we go now to the butterfly, it'll be lane 3 and lane 8.
Both 3 and 8 had 30-point splits on the breaststroke.
In lane 8 right now is Allie Schwartz. Lily Hyde, the 14-year-old, in right now for Hilltop. And it'll be Kennedy Bennett coming on the anchor. The battle for seconds, lane 6 and lane 8. There's a nice job by Olivia Balagout. It's Grace Sturgill. Or Sturgill, pardon me, in lane 6 for Lehigh Aquatics. Is up in lane 3. Kennedy Bennett going to bring in Hilltop. As it's Hilltop with a 151.67, lane 8, Cache Valley Marlins. Carly Eubank comes in. That's a 154.40, and then Lehigh in at a 155.46.
And coming up is your final heat for the medley relay. The fastest seed time will be in lane 4, the team from BYA UV Rays. It's the same team they had last night in the 400-yard medley relay of Richner, Weller, Boyer, and Iyer. But last night's team, although they won the event, was disqualified with an early takeoff from their third swimmer.
Heat 4.
Right. It's for Amazon gift cards, as they come out. She clicked on it. Supposedly for something. It went out to all of your. I don't know what you do though.
Lane 1, Wasatch Front Fish Market. Lane 2, South Davis Aquatic Team. Lane 3, Cottonwood Heights Aquatics. Lane 4, Utah Valley Aquatics. Lane 5, Southern Utah Swimming Association. Lane 6, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 7, Kearns Youth Aquatic Team. And in Lane 8, Utah Valley Aquatics.
And out quick is Ellie Howe from South Davis in lane 2. She's going to have the fastest backstroke split by a bit. Yeah, she's in a 26.0.
And that brings in Sadie Duke after that great split. But also lane 4, nice entry into the pool there for Audrey Weller. Now I got to look in lane 5 as well. Kaylee Messenger. But it's lane 2, South Davis and Sadie Duke with more than a body length lead after that great start by Ellie Howe. So now into the pool in lane 2 is Sage Patterson. We still have an eye in lane 6. That's Sarah Wall from Olympus. She closed down the gap going in to the freestyle.
South Davis is looking good with Allie Boynton coming.
And it's Ellie Boyer with a nice butterfly in lane 4 as we go to freestyle. And we've got a great race. We've got 3 lanes here looking for the first spot. Second will be very tight. Is on the turn in lane 2. That is Allie Boynton for South Davis. It looks like she came off the wall strong.
Yes. And Allie Boynton is going to hold on for the South Davis win with Anna Iyer from BYUB Rays in second.
A look up at lane 1. Nearly coming in to sneak that one in was Fish Market.
But it's lane 3 and lane 6. It's Olympus Aquatics, 149.90, just ahead of Sousa.
Swimmers, as you exit toward lane 8, please make sure you have your masks on. As we go through the break, please make sure you keep your masks on as you're in the pool. Thank you.
So that great start with Ellie House set it for South Davis. And unofficially, South Davis will be your 200-yard medley relay champs.
Heat 1 of the women 200-yard freestyle. In lane 3, Maya Louder. Lane 4, Elena Smith. Lane 5, Summer Nelson. And in lane 6, Maddie Henry.
This is the first of 7 heats of the 200-yard freestyle.
In lane 5 right now, the small lead is Summer Nelson, Leighton Surfers. Actually, even lane 6, that's Maddie Henry. Less than 1/10 of a second lead off that first 50 for Henry. And now here comes lane 4, Elena Smith. So still Henry the Nelson by 3/100ths of a second on that second 50. It's now lane 4, Elena Smith out of Cottonwood.
But
now,
this first heat is very even. You got 3 swimmers grouped together.
and Maddie Henry from Sousa really trying to turn it on, but didn't seem to gain the ground that you'd expect from the stroke rate she picked up on. As again, Elena Smith in lane 4. This is going to be tight coming in. And it is Smith in lane 4 just ahead of Nelson, and then Henry 2:08.99 for Smith.
Heat 2. In lane 1, Olivia Cowan from Olympus Aquatics. Lane 2, Reese Allen, South Davis Aquatics. Lane 3, Mike Hughes from Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 4, Addie Bassett from Utah Valley Aquatics. Lane 5, Shayla Zulcic from West Valley. Lane 6, Emily Leishman from Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 7, Megan Kazier at Utah Valley Aquatics. And in lane 8, Kate DeGarian from Wasatch Front Fish Market.
And that's Zolchik from West Valley in lane 5 with the fastest first 50. She's fallen back a little bit now. It's lane 4 now in the lead. That's Addie Bassett from BYUV Rays.
Again, an even pull here,
And
Paul, because look at lane 8 down here at the bottom of the screen, and Kate DeGaring.
So at the 100, it is Daring with the first split, followed by Bassett.
Again, remember that our pool is lane 1 at the top of the screen, lane 8 at the bottom of the screen. And DeGaring, the 15-year-old in lane 8. I mentioned Shayla Zolcic had the lead on that first 50. the 12-year-old, but it's lane 1 and lane 8 has become on the turn down and back.
So it's 8 followed by 1. So that's Daring in 8 and Cowan from Olympus in lane 1.
And it's going to be looking right now, lane 1.
Lane 1.
Olivia Cowan. Maybe. Here we go. Lane 8, lane 1. It'll be Cowan just ahead of DeGaring, followed by Allen in lane 2. McCowan with a 2:04.95.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Sydney Phillips, Utah Valley Aquatics. Lane 2, Helen Van Langham from Hopwood Heights Aquatics. Lane 3, Patty Hansen of BYU Rays. Lane 4, Grace Cooper from Wasatch Front Fish Market. Lane 5, Gretchen Lane from Park City Swimming. Lane 6, Ryan Lincoln of Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 7, Lily Cole from Wasatch Front Fish Market. And in lane 8, Warren Nassett, Cache Valley Marlins.
So out first is lane 5. That's Gretchen Lane from Park City.
Again, how about our lane 8 swimmers, Paul? Lauren Bassett from Cache Valley.
My dad was just wondering why we go to like full screen, the live stream.
And again, lane 5 now. Gretchen Lane. The 14-year-old from Park City Swimming. About a body length lead as everyone else is just making a tee across the pool.
Lane, the only one to split under a minute for their first 100, out in a 59.0.
Hopefully Coach Mike Warner is going to get less of a workout now. He told me he did a lot of jumping jacks yesterday in those distance swims. The lane really starting to stretch it out. There'll be a battle for second out of this heat. You're looking lane 3. And that's Kylie Hansen. As Lane will bring it home. Best time coming into today was a 2:03. And she hits a 2:00. Dropping 3 seconds. As it's Hansen coming in at a 2:05 and then Lincoln at a 2:06.
Nice swim for Lane.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Caitlin Riddle from Prelims Aquatic Team. Lane 2, Michelle Oldenberry from Hilltop Aquatic Team. Lane 3, Jake Updike from Prelims Aquatic Team. Lane 4, Sarah Wilson, Hilltop Aquatic Team. Lane 5, Ellie Decker, Wasatch Front Fish Market. Lane 6, Leela Lawson from OTAC. Lane 7, Ruby Wiegand from Wasatch Front Fish Market. Lane 8, Allie Dean from Cache Valley Marlins.
How about this? The outside lane's got lane 4, then lane 1 and 8. We know Caitlin Riddle can swim.
In lane 4, that's Sarah Wilson from Hilltop. All of these swimmers, their seed time is a 2:02. So Sarah Wilson out in a 57. Clearly on pace to break 2 minutes. She'd love to do that. The record in this event is for 17 and 18-year-olds, 149.78, held by Rachel Butler, now swimming in Minnesota.
Right now, Wilson well ahead, and it'll be Riddle and Allie Dean bound out for second and third.
But a strong finish by Sarah Wilson, who will be under 2 minutes for the first time.
So Wilson comes in at a 158.61. Nice swim by Wilson. Riddle comes into a 203, and Dean at a 204.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Paige Kelsey, Hilltop Aquatic. Lane 2, Savannah Thompson, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 3, Marley Hubage, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 4, Colleen McWilliams, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 5, Quinn Stevenson, Wasatch Front Fish Market. Lane 6, Annie Robinson, Motac. Lane 7, Lauren Hall, Lane Surfer. Lane 8, Krista Holmes, South Davis Aquatic Team.
So this is the first of our 3 circle-seated heats for preliminaries, with the third fastest overall swimmer seated in lane 4 of the third to last heat. So that's Colleen McWilliams, seated with a 154. But in second right now in this heat is lane 6. That's OTAC's Annie Robinson. Colleen out strong in a 55.1.
McWilliams again, lane 4. Having a trip we started mentioned coming into this at a 154.77.
Anticipating it will take about a 158, possibly a 159 to make the championship final. But McWilliams was a strong showing. A 154.20, that's slightly a best time. Laying down the gauntlet for the final 2 heats.
Heat 6. Lane 1, Lily O'Follow, Fish Market. Lane 2, Kaylee Coates, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 3, Talia Thomas, Hilltop. Lane 4, Lily Mayer, Cottonwood Heights. Lane 5, Allie Hill, Hilltop. Lane 6, Kayla Hansen, Sousa. Lane 7, Lauren Snyder, Wasatch Swim Club. And in lane 8, Audrey Bradley from Chatham.
So is Lily Mayer in lane 4, out to the early lead. Savannah Ito in lane 2, though, pushing.
And Kaylee Coates there in lane 2.
Again, we're expecting about a 158, somewhere between a 158 and 159 to make the championship final. So Mayer out in a 57, not quite as fast as the 55 from Colleen McWilliams in the previous heat.
Mentioned Lily Mary, the 17-year-old out of chat. But lane 3, lane 5, almost in sync there. Talia Thomas and Allie Hill, teammates at Hilltop and also at American Fork. And coming in is Mayer at a 154.72, Thomas at a 156.80, and Hill at a 157.12.
Heat 7. Lane 1, Ashland Pickett, Wasatch Swim Club. Lane 2, Savannah Ito, BYUB Rays. Lane 3, Audrey Weller, BYUB Rays. Lane 4, Anna Iyer, BYUB Rays. Lane 5, Katie Andrus, Hilltop. Lane 6, Annie Richter, BYUB Rays. Lane 7, Meg Harris, Wasatch Swim Club. And in lane 8, Kaya Reiser from BYUB Rays.
So Anna Iyer in lane number 4 out to the early lead. She's committed to the Columbia swim team, part of Columbia swim team, although Columbia didn't actually swim this season. With COVID, they did not compete. And so Anna's been swimming with BYUV Rays while she waits for Columbia to open up.
But how about lane 8? That's Taya Reiser, also a BYUV Rays. Is this going to be Iyer easily with the fastest time in the prelims?
Anna's seed time is a 1:52.0. The fastest time so far this morning has been a 1:54.20 in Heat 5 from Colleen McWilliams.
As in comes Iyer. So seat time of 1:52. She comes in at 1:54.67. And then coming in right behind her is Richner at a 1:58.63 and then Andrus to the 1:58.70. Apologize to the Richner family. I've been saying to Reichner. I even got that wrong when her dad was playing at the Y.
Swimmers, exit toward lane 8, please make sure you have your masks on. Again. Exit toward lane 8, make sure you have your masks on.
So unofficially, it appears that to make it to the championship final, it took a 1:58.69. Sarah Wilson from Heat 4, I believe, snuck in 8th place. We'll be reading those results here in a few minutes when we get them. Coming up next is the women's 100-yard butterfly. Just setting the stage for the rest of the morning, we have the 100-yard butterfly with its 7 heats, followed by the 200-yard breaststroke, then the 50 freestyle, the 100 backstroke, and then ending the morning with the 400-yard individual medley.
Event 9, the women 100-yard butterfly, heat 1. Lane 1, Sarah Nelson. Lane Surfers. Lane 2, Magnolia Fox, Swim Utah. Lane 3, Alyssa Simpkins, Cedar Swim Club. Lane 4, Stephanie Williams, UCAT. Lane 6, Meg Harris, Wasatch Swim Club. And in lane 7, Sarah Olson, Cache Valley Marlins.
We're looking in lane 4 and in lane 6. As in lane 6, Meg Harris, Wasatch Swim Club. Got to be the younger sister of one of our favorite players to come out of Wasatch, Mr. Harris, Will Harris, who was an auto bucket for the Wasps. But lane 4 and lane 6. That's Stephanie Williams. And Harris out also up in lane 1. Sarah Nelson from Layton. And it's going to be Williams, Nelson, and then Harris. All of 105s. Separated by 0.5 of a second.
Heat 2. Lane 1, Jamie Horn, Kearns Youth Aquatic Team. Lane 2, Nia Vinuai Trongaval from BYUB Rays. Lane 3, Allison Sweeney from Swim Utah. Lane 4, Bridget Lane, Park City Swimming. Lane 5, Haley Christensen, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 6, JC Meekum, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 7, Sadie Duke, South Davis Aquatic Team. And in lane 8, Nicole Christensen, Dixie State.
I apologize. We scratched lane 8 on this one. Must have been a late scratch. We're looking up in lane 3. That is Allison Sweeney. And it is lane 3, Sweeney coming to 103.99. Turangaval at a 104. And then Christian a 104.94.
Heat 3. In lane 1, Kylie Nelson, Kearns Aquatic Team. Lane 2, Maddie Graham, BYUB Rays. Lane 3, Haley Rigby, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 4, Sadie Haber, Hilltop. Lane 5, Jake Haynes, Wasatch Swim Club. Lane 6, Savannah Thompson, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 7, Olivia Galva from Lehigh. Lane 8, Lily Cole, Fish Market.
Looking down in lane 7, Olivia Balaguat. She had a slight lead ahead of Graham in lane 2. Again, look in lane 2. That's Maddie Graham. Just a slight lead, depend on the stroke, might be lane 4, but it's Graham just ahead of Hayburn with a 103.61, Hayburn a 103.67. then Thompson at 103.84.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Kayateo, Hilltop. Lane 2, Chloe Klein, Cottonwood. Lane 3, Janet Gibbons, Cash Line Marlins. Lane 4, Gabby Winters, OTAC. Lane 5, Victoria Begley, Park City Swimming. Lane 6, Ada Hansen, BYU Rays. Lane 7, Noelle Jorgensen, Verona Swimming. Lane 8, Isabel Moulton, Wasatch Depot.
And at the first 50, it's Rindris there in lane 4 from OTAC. And also up in lane 2, that's Chloe Klein. Now lane 1. Remember our pool, lane 1 at the top of the screen. That's Kaya Taylor from Hilltop. Making a charge, maybe taking this heat. It is. Taylor with a 101.91. Hansen with a 102.42. And Rindris at a 102.92.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Malia Monsolori, Olympic Aquatics. Lane 2, Odessa Tower, Fish Market. Lane 3, Olivia Hilmo. Unattached. Lane 4, Ellie Boyer, BYU Rays. Lane 5, Madeline Moran, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 6, Trevi Ogilvie, Wasatch Rimba. Lane 7, Hannah Cesarik, Chad. Lane 8, Caroline Cooper, Grace Swimming.
This is the first of our 3 circle-seated heats. So our third fastest seed overall is Ellie Boyer in lane 4. We're expecting it'll take about a 59, so under a minute to make the championship final. Actually, we have 12 swimmers with seed times that are faster than a 00. So probably closer to a 59 flat.
It'll be Moore and Boyer Hilmo.
So very close there, 59.5, 59.59, 8.4, and 8.8. Followed by
Heat 6. Lane 1, Melanie Kaiser, BYU Rays. Lane 2, Sage Patterson, South Davis Aquatics. Lane 3, Emily Harvey, Fish Market. Lane 4, Andy Begay, West Valley Aquatics. Lane 5, Sarah Wall, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 6, Noia Kamalu, Fish Market. Lane 7, Lauren Hall, Leighton Surfers. And in lane 8, Cody Rasman, Leighton Surfers.
So far, we've had 3 swimmers go under a minute. And leading this heat is lane 5. That's Sarah Wall. In at a 59.90. Followed by Begay and Harvey.
Heat 7. Lane 1, Danny Cannon, Hilltop. Lane 2, Afton Page, Sousa. Lane 7, from lane 3, Caitlin Day, BYU Rays. Lane 4, Ellie Howe, South Davis Aquatic Team. Lane 5, Anna Wetwood, Current Youth Aquatic Team, lane 6, Tracy Crandall, BYUB Rays. Lane 7, Caitlin Rothery, Sousa. And in lane 8, Annie Richner, BYUB Rays.
So Ellie Howe with your fastest overall qualifying, or seed time, that is, with a 56.29. Howe being challenged by lane 3, that's Caitlin Tang. Caitlin excited about this race. She was disqualified in the 100 fly at the 5A state meet and very much wants to compete in finals here. And it's Howe followed by Tang. They'll go 1-2, it would appear, into the finals tonight. Again, we had 4 swimmers here, so it did take a 59 as expected. He had to break a minute, it would appear, to make it to the championship final.
Event 11, the women 200-yard back breaststroke, heat 1. Lane 1, Marissa Visser, current Youth Aquatic Team. Lane 2, Alicia Thomas, Hilltop. Lane 3, Addie Zolbrist, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 4, Ava Hansen, BYUB Rays. Lane 5, Maya Shea out of Wasatch Supla. Lane 6, Sydney Zerbley, Lehigh. Lane 7, Mary Burnham, Lehigh. And in lane 8, Anya Clark, Lehigh.
And in this 200-yard breaststroke, we have 6 heats. So this is the first of 6 heats. And out to the early lead, after 3 lengths, is lane 6. That's Sydney Zermley from Lehigh Aquatics. So after 100, Zermley remains in the lead.
And Zermley, that 14-year-old out of Lehigh. 2 14-year-olds here. She and Zobrist up in lane 3. Well, and pardon me, Clark as well, ball out of Lehigh Aquatics. In lane 7, that's Mary Burnham. Just pushing her a little bit. So it'll be lane 2, lane 6, and lane 7. On the way back, and now lane 7, that's Burnham. And Burnham just ahead of Zermley, and then Thomas coming in as well. So Burnham with a 2:43.7 and Zermley to 2:48.4.
Heat 2. Lane 1, Riley Andrin, Sousa. Lane 2, Emily LeBeau, Park City Swimming. Lane 3, Aaliyah Masamori, Olympus. Lane 4, Grace Huber, Swim Utah. Lane 5, Alexa Carlson, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 6, Krista Owens, South Davis Aquatic Team. Lane 7, Lucy Anlin Sousa. And in lane 8, Alexis Christensen, Hilltop.
I'm going to announce this, but you're going to do the rest. And we have the results for the 200-yard freestyle. Our first alternate is Olivia Cowan, second alternate Meg Harris. In the bonus final is Lauren Hall, Ashley Hickman, Allie Dean, Krista Owens, Quinn Stevenson, Caitlin Riddle, Lilia Hall, and Audrey Bradley. In your consolation final, it's Taya Reiser, Savannah Ito, Audrey Weller, Kaylee Coates, Gretchen Lane, Marley Eubanks, Savannah Thompson, and Annie Robinson. And your top 8 qualifiers for your championship final tonight: Katie Andrews, Annie Mitchell, Sarah Wilson, Allie Hill, Talia Thomas, Lily Mayer, Anna Meyer, and your top qualifier, Colleen McWilliams. It is now 9:07. You have 30 minutes to scratch or declare your intentions to scratch.
We're looking up in lane 1. Right now, the 15-year-old out of Sousa, well ahead of the field here in this second heat of 6. And it will be Andrade coming in at a 2:34.06. That is a 11-second drop for her.
A great swim there. We're anticipating it taking about a 2:31 to make it back to the championship final. That should place her in one of the finals to make it back for tonight.
I don't know if we had something. You don't know if we had something come off in the pool or.
Yeah, we had a cap come off. We're retrieving a cap. The cap is kind of floating there to the side of 5 and 6.
Our officials doing a good job. Shane Lamb with the eyes of a hawk. Don't know if it was Shane, but he's the only name I knew off the top of my head.
Yes. So we've retrieved that cap so that somebody doesn't have to swim into it.
E3. Lane 1, Grace Christensen, Fish Market. Lane 2, Serena Braun, Senior Swim Club. Lane 3, Mia Huebner, Cash Valley Marlins. Lane 4, Haley Rigby, Cash Valley Marlins. Lane 5, Maddie Graham, UAB Rays. Lane 6, Kylie Reynolds, Cedar Swim Club. Lane 7, Annabelle Kim, Chat. Lane 8, Kenna McDonald, Olympus.
In the water is heat 3 of 6.
That's Mia Huebner in lane 3 in the lead.
We anticipate to make it to the bonus final just under a 2:40. is what you're going to need to do. And closer to a 2:31 to make it to the championship final. Those are estimates only. So at the 100, it is Hubner out in just under a 115 with, she's got a 114.64 split for her first 100.
Hubner. Hubner in lane 3, then lane 4 and lane 5. There's Haley Rigby and Maddie Graham.
So it's the two Cache Valley swimmers. Hubner in 3 and Rigby in 4. Followed closely by Maddie Graham from BYUV Rays.
Well, Hubner trying to hang on here. Lane 4 picking up Haley Rigby, but she's not going to have enough to track down her teammate, as it will be Hubner coming in, then Rigby, then Graham. Hubner in a 2:36.70. Rigby 2:37, and Graham at a 2:38.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Malin Howe, South Davis Aquatic Team. Lane 2, Savannah Ito, Utah BYU Rays. Lane 3, Kaya Lawson, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 4, Madeline Moria, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 5, Sarah Wilson, Hilltop. Lane 6, Jenna Gibbons, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 7, Kylie Messenger, Sousa. And in lane 8, Lucy Kokeni, Chad.
And we have a lane 1 out the quickest. That's the young 13-year-old Malin Howe from South Davis.
But the middle of the pool picking it up as well. Lane 4, lane 5, lane 6. That's Morin, Wilson, and Gibbons. They're really just straight across the pool there, Paul. Lane 1, remember, at the top of the screen. As it's 5 and 4. How about Kokeni down in lane 8? Almost missed lane 8.
So nice swims by the outside. Remember, they are seeded. Lane 8 is the 24th seed, with lane 1 being the 21st seed. So nice swims coming from the outside, but in the center of the pool now taking over is lane 4. That's Madeline Moran, who's actually the 3rd seed in this event.
And lane 4, Madeline Morin.
So, as we said, we anticipated we'll take about a 2:30, 2:31 to make to the championship final. And Madeline taking over, the Olympus Aquatic swimmer. She will be under 2:30, we know. And coming on also is lane 5, Sarah Wilson, who had that nice 200 free.
So it will be Morin in lane 4 at the 2:27.90. Wilson at 2:30.64, and then Gibbons at 2:31.36.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Maddie Wilkinson, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 2, Sophia Trayer, Piranha Swimming. Lane 3, Nohia Kamaru, Fish Market. Lane 4, Ellie Decker, Fish Market. Lane 5, Maddie Bolton, unattached. Lane 6, Allie Schwartz, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 7, Angela Roberts, Grace Swami. Lane 8, Lily Brower, BYUB Rays.
So in this heat, lanes 4 and 5 taking over from the beginning. That's Decker in 4 from Fish Market and Moulton in 5 from unattached South Davis Aquatics. Oh, that's unattached Dixie State. That's Maddie Moulton, the Dixie State swimmer. This is her home pool. So
again, there in lane 5, Maddie Moulton. Her time coming in was a 2:29.02.
it would appear she's going to improve on that here in the morning prelim.
Again, Moulton on that turn. As we have one more prelim heat here in the breaststroke. As Moulton comes in at a 2:24.86, Decker at a 2:27.06. And then Traher at a 2:31.56. Nice improvement there from Moulton, dropping 5 seconds.
Heat 6. Lane 1, Grace Holman, BYUB Rays. Lane 2, Lauren Greenwell, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 3, Sadie Duke, South Davis Aquatic Team. Lane 4, Audrey Weller, BYUB Rays. Lane 5, Eden Anderson, Hilltop. Lane 6, Olivia Jenkins, Sousa. Lane 7, Kylie Hansen, BYUB Rays. And in lane 8, Madeline Goodman, Cedar Swim Club.
Audrey Weller in lane 4 with a very slight lead over Anderson in lane 5. Weller with your top seeded time of 2:23.70. Weller just 16 from BYUB Rays.
Well, they're about a half body lead. Just below her, Eden Anderson out of Hilltop, the 15-year-old. Staying right in her hip.
And in third place is lanes 2 and 3. In 3, that's Sadie Duke from South Davis, and in lane 2, Lauren Greenwell from Olympus.
Just a 50 left. And it's still Audrey Weller leading this heat. Her best time at 2:23.70. In this last 25, how about lane 5 trying to make a charge? Eden Anderson really picked up that stroke rate in the last 25, and it's Weller coming to 2:26.83, and then Anderson at 2:26.95. Anderson closing that one strong, and then Greenwell at 2:31.04.
And it appears that the to make the championship qualifying heat, it took approximately a 2:31.5. So we will pick up the pace a little bit now as we move into the 50-yard freestyle.
Ladies, as you guys at the pool, please remember to flip your mask back on and exit toward lane 8. Event 13, the women's 50-yard freestyle, heat 1. Lane 3, Hannah Isom, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 4, Maddie Wilkinson, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 5, Alexa Carlson, Cache Valley Marlins.
This is the first of 8 heats. So Carlson in the first heat.
Heat 2. Lane 2, Jade Upright. Lane 3, Allison Sweeney. Lane 4, Lucy Buchanan. Lane 5, Leela Lawson. Lane 6, Olivia Palawan. And lane 7, Kylie Reynolds.
Anticipate that it will take under a 26 to make it back to 8 to the bonus final. Probably 25 mid, and about a 24-7 to make it to the championship. In that heat, it's Lawson from OTAC with a 26.92.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Kaylee Coates. Lane 2, Abby Stratton. Lane 3, Audrey Bradley. Lane 4, Serena Braun. Lane 5, Noelle Jorgensen. Lane 6, Jade Haynes. Lane 7, Jane Foot. And lane 8, Myra Miller.
Lane 1 and 8, and it's going to be lane 1. Lane 1, that's Coates from Cache Valley Marlins with a 25.42. Trying to sneak into our final tonight.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Caroline Cooper. Lane 2, Ia Vuniwai Rongolau. Lane 3, Sarah Wilson. Lane 4, Lauren Greenwell. Lane 5, Savannah Thompson. Lane 6, Casey Newell. Lane 7, Mary Kelly. And in lane 8, Sadie Haber.
These 50s are very close as they tighten up. It looks to be lane 6 from Fish Market. That's Huo. And it is lane 6 with a 25.51.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Olivia Cowan. Lane 2, Emma Brown. Lane 3, Lily Cole. Lane 4, Talia Thomas. Lane 5, Haley Lockman. Lane 6, Colleen McWilliams. Lane 7, Amy Chung. Lane 8, Sage Patterson.
And that's lane 4, Talia Thomas with a 24.92. Nice swim.
Heat 6. Lane 1, Maddie Moulton. Lane 2, Tanya Reiser. Lane 3, Lily Lear. Lane 4, Sarah Law. Lane 5, Anna Wetbutt. Lane 6, Lauren Hall. Lane 7, Quinn Stevenson. Lane 8, Lise Edgar.
This is the first of the circle seated heats. In the center of the pool, that's lane 4, your third fastest qualifier, Sarah Wall. In with a 24.52.
Heat 7. Lane 1, Kennedy Bennett. Lane 2, Jamie Horn. Lane 3, Melody Kaiser. Lane 4, Allie Boyer. Lane 5, Tracy Crandall. Lane 6, Carly Eubanks. Lane 7, Ellie Boyer. Lane 8, Annie Robinson.
That's Allie Boynton in the center of the pool, lane 4. Boynton with a 24.31, followed by Crandall 24.69, and Ellie Boyer from lane 7, 25.39.
Lane 1, Ryan Lincoln. Lane 2, Hannah Sasamarovich. Lane 3, Caitlin Tang. Lane 4, Hannah Iyer. Lane 5, Penny Ogilvie. Lane 6, Caitlin Rothery. Lane 7, Callie Anderson. Lane 8, Grace Sturgill.
So it's Anna Iyer in 4. In with a 24.33. Followed by Ogilvie with a 24.90 and Rompre with a 25.15.
Event 15, the women 100-yard backstroke. Heat 1.
Appears it took a 25.15 to make it back to the championship final.
Lane 3, Madeline Wasatch from Fish Market. Lane 4, Haley Christensen, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 5, Angela Roberts, Grace Swami.
Now we can take a breath in between heats.
Yes, as I said, those 50 freestyles go by quick. And now we're on to the 100 back. We're moving right along in this morning session. We will be complete before 10:30. We'll have a little breather before we start warm up at 11 for the men's session, and they will start swimming right at noon with their medley 200 medley relay. Also, sometime in there for event 9, it appears we will have a swim off necessary. They're working that out now. That's in the 100-yard butterfly.
Is it Watts coming in at a 106.96?
Heat 2. Lane 1, Gabby Ridgris, Otak. Lane 2, Natalie Magnus, Curtains Aquatics. Lane 3, Emmy Hart Reynolds, Fish Market. Lane 4, Caroline Cooper, Ray Swami. Lane 5, Emma Brown, Sousa. Lane 6, Carly Eubanks, Cash Valley Marlins. Lane 7, Eva Nelson, BYUB Rays. And Lane 8, Mia Huber, Cash Valley Marlins.
So at the halfway point in the 100 back in heat number 2, it's lane 6, Carly Eubanks from Cache Valley Marlins. This the most popular event of all for the women this morning with 9 heats.
And it's lane 6, Eubanks at a 103.44, then Reynolds Harden at a 104.25.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Sierra Cole, Scholes from Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 2, Jalen Soldiers, West Valley Aquatics. Lane 3, Lauren Bigelow, Park City Swimming. Lane 4, Addie Erickson, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 5, Kaylee Barr, BYUB Rays. Lane 6, Ruby Winga, Fish Market. Lane 7, Jessica Davenport, Cedar Swim Club. And in lane 8, Isabel Bolton, Wasatch Swim Club.
And at the 50, it's lane 5, that's Kaylee Barr from BYUB Rays. We anticipate it'll take about a 101.70 to make it back to the bonus final, with the championship final being close to a 00. 00.4 or better. But it's lane 3 coming in first. That's Bigelow from Park City with a 103.49.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Layla Lawson, OTAC. Lane 2, Summer Nelson. Lane Surfers. Lane 3, Victoria Begley, Park City Swimming. Lane 4, Reese Allen, South Davis Aquatics. Lane 5, Claire Holder, Connor Chat. Lane 6, Odessa Talbot, Fish Market. Lane 7, Olivia Balagua, Lehigh Aquatics. And in Lane 8, Brittany Waite, BYU Raiders.
First to turn at the 50 is Holder from Chad, out in a 30.2. This is heat 4 of 9. With a nice underwater is lane 6, taking the lead. That third turn was a friend to lane 6, Odessa Talbot from Fish Market, with a 102.75, followed by Waite and Bailegat for heat 4.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Andrea Zurias, Chat. Lane 2, Caitlin DeGarry, Fish Market. Lane 3, Kayla Hansen, Sousa. Lane 4, Ellie Hall, South Davis. Lane 5, Grace Huber, Fish Market. Lane 6, Maya Lauder, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 7, Sarah Steinberg, South Davis. And in Lane 8, Caitlin Tang, BYU Raiders. Heat 6. Results from the women 100-yard butterfly. Alternate swimmers Savannah Thompson and Danny Cannon. In the bonus final, Sadie Haber, Maddie Graham, Colby Raskin, Janet Gibbons, Gabby Rindris, Nohia Kamalu, Aaliyah Matsamori, Ada Hansen, and Kaya Taylor. In the B final, Sage Patterson, Caroline Cooper, Trevi Ogilvie, Lauren Hall, Emily Harvey, Gay, Odessa Talbot, and Caitlin Romney. In the A final, Anna Wetla, Sarah Wall, Olivia Hillbone, Ellie Boyer, Madeline Morin, Gracie Crandall, Caitlin Tang, and the fastest qualifying time, Ellie Howe. Ladies, it is now 9:40. You have 30 minutes to give us your attention to scratch.
And in that sixth heat, it was Klein from lane 1 at 00.84. That's lane 8 Klein, the winner of heat 6.
The 13-year-old Klein.
In lane 1, Ali D. Lane 2, Afton Page Sousa. Lane 3, Ali Hill, Hilltop. Lane 4, Annie Richner, EOU Graves. Lane 5, Leah Merrill, South Davis Aquatics. Lane 6, Kennedy Bennett, Hilltop. Lane 7, Madeline Goodman, Cedar Swim Club. And in lane 8, Yannick Cannon, Hilltop.
The first of 3 circle-seated hit. That's Richner in lane 4, out strong, out in a 28.2. Her seed time is a 57.56. So Richner scratching the 100 fly for finals tonight to focus on the backstroke. And it is Richner winning the heat 7 with a 58.39. Our first swimmer to go under a minute.
Heat 8.
Nice swim, lane 2 by 8. That's Afton Page, and lane 7, Cedar's Madeline Goodman.
Results of the 200-yard breaststroke. Alternates, Maitland Howe and Nohia Kamawu. In the bonus final, Grace Holman, Maddie Graham, Maddie Wilkinson, Lily Brower, Grace Humber, Olivia Jenkins, Haley Rigby, and Allie Schwartz. In the B final, Mia Huebner, Angela Roberts, Lucy Kilkenny, Nayeli Edry, Savannah Ito, Sadie Duke, Kaya Lawson, and Sophia Traeger. In the A final, Jenna Gibbons, Lauren Greenwell, Sarah Wilson, Madeline Morin, Ellie Decker, Eden Anderson, Audrey Weller, the best qualifying time, Maddie Moulton. Ladies, it is now 9:44. You have 30 minutes to intended stretch.
And winning heat 8, it's Allie Boynton with a 57.77, followed by Wuckluck with a 58.98, both under a minute.
Heat 9. Lane 1, Emily Harvey, Fish Market. Lane 2, Ryan Lincoln, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 3, Kinsley Messenger, Sousa. Lane 4, Ellie Howe, South Davis Aquatics. Lane 5, Olivia Hilmo, unattached. Lane 6, Elise Edgar, Sousa. Lane 7, Hannah Sesamarich, Chat. Lane 8, Truggy Ogilvie, Wasatch Swim Club.
And as expected, out first is Ellie Howe. the 18-year-old from South Davis. Her seat time, 54.69, a full 2.5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field in terms of best time coming into this race. We expect her to easily pass through to the championship final. Currently in second, that's Olivia Hilmo from unattached Lehigh. A 55.53, followed by a 58.54 for Hilmo. And in third place in this last heat of the backstroke is Lincoln from Lehigh with a 00.73.
Swimmers, please remember to exit toward lane 8 and to have your masks on. Again, exit toward lane 8. Please make sure you have your masks on. As you're not swimming, please make sure your mask is over your nose and your mouth. Thank you.
And it appears it took a 0084 to make it back to that championship final. So we had one swimmer squeak in from heat 6, it would appear. That's unofficial results. And we've already progressed to our final event of this morning's prelims. So coming up will be 4 heats of the women's 400-yard individual medley. The individual medley, of course, will be swum fastest to slowest. So for the 400 individual medley and for tomorrow's 500, these events will be swum fastest to slowest. So this is your fastest heat.
Event 17, the women 400-yard IM, heat 1.
With the first 2 heats being circle seated.
Lane 1, Katie Rigby, Cash Island Marlins. Lane 2, Leah Merrill, South Davis Aquatic Team. Lane 3, Ellie Decker, Wasatch Front Fish Market. Lane 4, Colleen McWilliams, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 5, Sarah Wall, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 6, Olivia Jenkins, Sousa. Lane 7, Odessa Talbot, Fish Market. Lane 8, Brianna Alvarez, Hilltop.
So it's Sarah Wall, along with her teammate Colleen McWilliams, out in the butterfly.
You know, one of these times I go through that, I'm not going to mess up and saying Wasatch Front Fish Market every time, and I'm trying to close those up a little bit. But we thank you for being patient with us today. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. We know it's hard not to be in the pool and cheering on your swimmers, but hopefully we were able to enjoy the stream. That Paul always brings you the insight, and hopefully I bring you a little bit of entertainment. But we certainly are looking forward to, what we got, 4 more sessions?
Well, we have
2 today,
2 more sessions
5
today and 3 tomorrow, so we still have 5 sessions to go. We're early in the meet.
We'll have lots of caffeine, lots of fun, but hopefully you're able to enjoy it. And let your friends and family know. Go to highschoolrewind.com. We'll be here. And if you're having issues going full screen, you just need to click on that player. It'll take you in. Then you'll be able to click full screen. I know we've had some people, had swimmers come up and talk to us. Just make sure you do that. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit us up on social media, GNL Rewind, Game Night Live Rewind. So GNL Rewind on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also hit me up at Dusty Litster. Make sure you have both T's in there, Litster. Or you'll go to my doppelganger in West Virginia, Dusty Lister, and that's not me. But I'll be happy to answer any of your questions or help you out.
So at the end of the backstroke, it's still Colleen McWilliams in the lead. She has the fastest seed time of a 4:29.25.
And Colleen's had a good morning. A very strong showing this morning.
A busy morning. But with the breaststroke, it is lane 7, Odessa Talbot. So Colleen McWilliams still leading, and followed by lane 7, Odessa Talbot from Fish Market, and then Sarah Wall from Olympus. Moving up on wall is Ellie Decker. Decker qualified 4th in the 200 breaststroke, so we know she's a breaststroker.
As Williams now goes into the freestyle. As Paul mentioned, their fastest qualifying time of 4:29.25.
Expect that Colleen will be a little off that. Wouldn't expect her to go for it for her 3rd swim this morning. I guess 4th if you count the relay. Probably will save a little for tonight's finals.
Swimmers, please remember, if you are not a finalist, you are not able to come back as a spectator. If you are not swimming in finals, you are not permitted to come back as a spectator.
As McWilliams comes in, she will be just a little off her best time of 4:36.2, which Paul said we expect. Been a strong morning for her, a long morning here in her 4th swim. And then I'll be coming in lane 7. And that is
Odessa Talbot with a 11-second drop off her best time. So a great swim for her. And in 3rd place, that's lane 5, Sarah Wall with a 4:45.18. Just, I know that we don't have the names on the board, so it's Wall followed by Decker, and was lane 3.
Heat 2.
Rigby in lane 1. Navarez in lane 8. Jenkins in 7, and lane 2 was Merrill.
Lane 1, Bridget Lane, Farm City Swimming. Lane 2, Caitlin Riddle, Kern Super Quantity. Lane 3, Audrey Weller, BYU Rays. Lane 4, Gabrielle Adams, Unattached. Lane 5, Kaya Lawson, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 6, Madeline Morin, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 7, Katie Barr, BYU Rays. Lane 8, Allie Schwartz, Cache Valley Marlins. Results in the women's 50-yard freestyle. Alternates, Amy Chung, Maddie Bolton. In the bonus line, Lily Cole, Grace Sturgill, Sarah Wilson, Jamie Moore, Lauren Hall, Savannah Thompson, Amy Bachman, JC Duo. In the B final, Hannah Tessahart, Callie Anderson, Katie Coates, Andy Robinson, Ellie Boyer, Colleen McWilliams, Anna Wetbluck, and Tyre Reiser. In the A final, Caitlin Rodri, Talia Thomas, Trevi Ogilvie, Lily Mayer, Gracie Crandall, Sarah Wall, Anna Iyer, and with the fastest qualifying time, Allie Boynton. Ladies, it is 9:55. You have 30 minutes. Let us know your intent to scratch.
And so for our viewers at home here in this second heat, begins lane 1 at the top of the screen, lane 8 at the bottom. In lane 1, Bridget Lane. Lane 2, Caitlin Riddle. Lane 3, Audrey Weller. Lane 4, Gabrielle Adams. Lane 5, Kaya Lawson. Lane 6, Madeline Morin. Lane 7, Kaylee Barr. And in lane 8, Allie Schwartz. And I feel like I just said these names because I just did. They qualified for the 50 free, the 50 free final tonight. But again, lane 1 at the top of the screen, lane 8 at the bottom. Our leader right now in lane 4, that is Gabrielle Adams. As Adams continues to lead, and then in lane 5 behind her is Kaya Lawson, the 16-year-old Olympus Aquatics.
Kaya qualified in the B final for the 200 breast.
Again, we have 2 more heats, and then we will be done for the women's session this morning. The men's will go at noon. If you're coming back to watch the men's, the stream should be up around, we start at noon, so we'll be around 11:30, 11:45. I know many of you like to watch the warm-up the entire time to make sure your swimmer is going, but we'll have it up, we promise.
So it is Lawson who takes over on the breaststroke, and also a great breaststroke by lane 6. That's Madeline Moran. Moran, who qualified 5th in the 200 breast. We know she's a strong breaststroker.
And out of the freestyle, we go back to lane 5. Kaya Lawson.
Weller now challenging Adams. Adams in lane 4 from unattached Dixie State. And Weller from BYUV Rays. Very close in lane 3.
And a strong finish here in lane 5 by Kaya Lawson. She went into the freestyle and finished really strong at a 4:42.53. And then up lane 6, Malamorin. And then in lane 3, that is Audrey Weller.
Lane 1, Maya Hughes, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 2, Lucy Kilkenny, Chat. Lane 3, Kate DeGarren, Fish Market. Lane 4, Katie Andrus, Hilltop. Lane 5, Lauren Greenwell, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 6, Afton Page, Sousa. Lane 7, Kaya Taylor, Hilltop. Lane 8, Grace Humber, Swim Utah.
So Katie Andrus in lane 4, the distance swimmer, who won our 1650 last night.
Her qualifying time of 4:59.
We have a host of swimmers all lined up after the butterfly.
How about the bottom of the pool? 8, 7, and 6. And then lane 3, Kate DeGaring, the 15-year-old from Fish Market.
Yeah,
but it's Humbert, Taylor, and Page at the bottom of the pool.
But it appears to be lane 8 and 6, Humbert from Swim Utah and Afton Page from Sousa in the lead.
And then lane 3 hanging in there, that's Kate DeGaring.
So it actually was lane 8 who turned first midway through the backstroke leg. That's Grace Humbert. So again, we recognize the names are not on the scoreboard, but it's Hughes in 1, Kokani in 2, DeGaring in 3, Andrist 4, Greenwell 5, Page in 6, Taylor 7, and Humbert in lane 8. And Humbert, lane 8, so the outside swimmer is maintaining the lead through the end of the backstroke.
Humbert now into the breaststroke. I keep waiting to see if Anderson can come on, but I also know there's a little bit of the. She's got so many other swims. Maybe just wanted to get a time on this one.
We know she has the endurance, so we would expect a strong freestyle. But lane 8 is maintaining the lead halfway through the breaststroke.
Okay, and that's Grace Humbert out of Swim Utah. Lane 8, then lane 6, then lane 3. We go that second lap of the breaststroke.
Grace Hubbard in lane 8, her best time is a 5:04. She appears to be on track to better that.
Again, holding in there in lane 8. But now look up in lane 5. Coming on strong to close us out, Lauren Greenwell trying to track down Grace Humbert.
So lane 5 within a body length, actually closer to a half a body length. That's Greenwell in 5 coming up on Hubert in lane 8. And going into the final turn, it's going to be Hubert still with just a half a body length lead on Greenwell.
As we come in the close, Greenwell coming in strong. Humbert just a little bit of a lead, about an arm's length. And it's Humbert coming in with a 4:50.25. Greenwell with a 4:51.02.
Best times for both by about 10 seconds.
And not that, DeGaring comes in at a 4:56, her best time.
Heat 4. Results of the 100-yard backstroke. Alternates, Allie Dean and Odessa Talbot. Bonus final, Elise Edgar, Emily Harvey, Nohia Kamau, Coco Riley, Kylie Messenger, Kate DeGaring, Sydney Phillips, and Kennedy Bennett. In the B final, Lily Hyde, Leah Merrill, Kinsley Messenger, Allie Hill, Ellie Boyer, Hannah Sassenberg, Madeline Goodman, and Afton Page. In the A final, Colby Klein, Quinn Stevenson, Ryan Lincoln, Anna Wetbuck, Olivia Hilmo, Annie Richner, Allie Boynton, and with the fastest qualifying time, Ellie Howe. Ladies, It is 10:06. You have 30 minutes. Let us know your intended to scratch.
So on this fourth and final heat of the morning, not just here at the IM, but of the morning, it is lane 3, Lilia Fualo, lane 4, Gretchen Lane, and lane 5, Malia Matsumori. Again, we apologize for not having names on the scoreboard, but fastest qualifying time in this one is, or fastest time coming in is Gretchen Lane with the 5:05:09.
So all three of these swimmers have had nice swims earlier in the last week. Lane from Park City.
Do you have the results? Because I didn't hear if you got my name or not.
So again, hanging in lane 4, Gretchen Lane. With a follow, and then followed by Matsumori. So now going to the breaststroke, and Lane has extended her lead. Young swimmers here. Fualo 15, Lane is 14, Matsumori 15. You see Matsumori really picking up the stroke rate here on this 25. There's Lane with a comfortable lead. About a body half and a full body length and maybe a half more. It's Matsumori again picking it up here in the breaststroke.
Matsumori, who swam the 200 individual medley and the 100 butterfly at the recent 5A state for Olympus.
But it is Lane still in lead, the 14-year-old out of Park City. Best time again of 5:05:09. As we see the swimmers really improve on that. Some of that might just be number of swims. The other might be that we're at a very, very nice pool.
Yeah. As we said, this is a very fast pool where they swim bulkhead to bulkhead in the center of a large, deep pool. It doesn't get better than that in swimming.
As Lane still maintains just over a body length lead on Matsumori.
Expect both Lane and Matsumori to be just under their best time of a 5:05. Matsumori trying to catch Lane. She's pulled up a little bit. She's now almost at the feet.
Got some ground to make up, but Lane was strong off that last wall.
Very strong off the wall for Lane. She increases to a 2 body length lead, just really coming off that strong third turn.
Right. And here she comes in. That best time of 5:05 is going to drop 5 seconds to 5:00:25. Matsumori will come in right below her best time at a 5:04 with the second drop. And then up in lane 3, Lilia Fualo with a 5:0 or 5:10, pardon me. And that will be the final heat we saw this morning. And Paul, we had a fun morning getting us ready for the finals tonight.
It was a fun morning. And we look forward to the men's prelims at noon. So don't miss that with the men's prelims at noon and our finals tonight at 6:30 p.m.
That's right. We'll be back at noon with the men's prelims. Warm-up starts at 11. Stream will start about 11:45, 11:30, 11:45. You'll be able to watch all weekend right here on highschoolrewind.com. For Vince Francis and Paul Larson, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching the 2021 Utah Swimming Senior State Championships on highschoolrewind.com.